Destiny on the line, knocked out 100 times. Right back up, we climb, we climb, we climb, we climb. Victory on the mind, all we know is the grind. When we at war, we fight, we fight, we fight, we fight.
Title, no time to idle. I'm finna get it, put that on the Bible. This is survival. Gotta treat every move made like the final. One by a mile. Nobody believe it, they all in denial. Hey, look at me, look at me. Still in the show, that's the crook in me. They want me gone with the hook in me. Asking why is he here like I shouldn't be. I've been on grind since Otto. 10,000 hours the motto. They see the bag is coming out and flocking to me like I won the lotto. Dancing with the devil, there's no recital. I'm killing competition, ain't no revival. I shoot it to kill it, I'm aiming for vitals. I'm showing no mercy when facing my rivals. Snakes in the grass, they getting exposed. I know they be lurking, I'm watching them close. Acting like friends, but really they foes. Saw they be scheming and said adios. Yeah, I gotta get it. By any means. I gotta get it. I gotta get it, the mindset. Hey, back with a vengeance, back on the grinds, back to the business. Hey, God is my witness, they watching.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to high school football here on WKTYSports.com/HHS or the Holmen Vikings app on your Roku TV. Coming to you live from Empire Stadium. I'm Teek Fenwick, joined by Scott Willinger. And, folks, it is the best time of the year. It is a WIA playoff football. Level 1 action tonight, 120 games being played over the course of the next 2 days. 5 weeks, 7 champions will be crowned at Camp Randall Stadium. But tonight, Level 1 starts, and we have a cross-state matchup here in Level 1, Scott. The 7th-seeded Nicolet Knights travel all the way from the shores of Lake Michigan over to the Mississippi River, where they're taking on the 2-seed 8-1 Holmen Vikings. And, Scott, I'll tell you what, there's just a different feel about this playoff atmosphere here.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a chill in the air tonight, Teague, and, you know, it's playoff time. It actually feels like playoff weather out there. And you talked about the cross-state trek. Seems like there's a lot of that this year thanks to the new computer system and seedings, the way that happened. I really like it. I mean, you're not pitting teams against each other just because of proximity and wiping out good teams right away. So we should see good action throughout the entirety of the playoffs.
And, Scott, also, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for some of these kids. To come here, experience a different atmosphere, different part of the state. I know the Knights, they stopped in Wisconsin Dells, got in a pregame warm-up practice on the Chiefs High School. So cool experience for Nicolet. A little tail of the tape for the teams here tonight. Holmen coached by Travis Kowalski, Nicolet coached by James Becker. The Vikings 8-1, their lone loss coming to La Crosse Central in Week 8. Still ended up tying for the MVC championship this year. Last week they beat La Crosse Logan at 24-18. And Nicolet, what a roller coaster season for them. 4-5 on the year, 2-5 in conference. And thankfully for the new playoff system, we get to see the Knights in action. I know the Nicolet faithful are excited to see them here. Won their first 2 non-conference games, Scott. Lost 5 in a row and basically must-win games. Won their last 2 to get in, beating West Bend East 42-7 last week to get to this point. So we talk about the travel, but I know they're happy to be here competing in the WIAA playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, talking about the new playoff system, 2-5 record, and you can't sleep on them because they are in a tough conference.
The North Shore. You never sleep on a team from the North Shore Conference.
You'd look at it and say, 2-5 in the conference. How'd they get in? 4-5 overall. And, yeah, that's not going to be the case. You can't sleep on them. So it should be a good game tonight.
And we do have a clash of styles here, Scott. But real quick, we do have the national anthem coming up. Will be sung by Miss Paula Barlow. Holmen always with a good repertoire of national anthem singers. So we'll be playing that for you here soon. So we'll flip the camera over to that. We'll come back, give some stats, some players to watch for both teams, and we'll get back at it.
There are 2 double-door gates which will open, located at the south and east sides of the stadium, beside the main entrance. Bathrooms are located on each side of the main entrance. Athletic training care tonight is provided by Amplify Gunderson Health System. The game is being broadcasted tonight on WKTY. At this time, will you please rise and remove your hats for our national anthem, sung by high school senior Paula Barlow.
I've seen him before at wrestling.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in
First, the visiting Knights from Nicolet, coached by James Becker and his staff.
Wow, you cannot get off to a much better start than that, Scott. Paula Barlow, you know it's a good national anthem when you get goosebumps during it, and
Yeah,
I am excited for some football to start.
Kind of little Jack Barth juking everybody at the beginning there, but came back and sang a great national anthem.
Little mini sound check for
Yep.
fought through the technological adversity and just knocked it out of the park here. Well, folks, I know we have a lot of people tuning in from Nicolet, so we want to thank you all for tuning in here on WKTY. Scott, it is going to be a clash of styles tonight. The Vikings with the triple option offense. They love to keep it on the ground. Of course, they have the ground and pound attack. Quarterback Colin Williams, Jack Barth at the wing, Eli Kane at the fullback spot, and A.J. Alish. He's the second wing, and you'll see him. He'll get the ball a few times, but, man, the lead blocks that he puts on. It'll
Always
be
leading
interesting
the way.
to see how Nicolet handles the triple option offense. When it's a new look, it'll be tough. But this is one of my favorite clashes tonight because Holmen has to get through that interior linebacker, Ben Mittog, their leading tackler, leads the team in sacks, and also has the most tackles for losses. If you're going to stop the option offense, a good middle linebacker is a great spot to start, Scott.
Yeah, looking at the lineup for Nicolet, they come out with a 3-4 defense. So you're kind of hoping that you can get past that first level, stretch the plays out a little bit to the outside, which we're going to see Holmen do, and put that rush on.
And Scott, we get to see Nicolet take the field first. They have a great passing game led by their quarterback, Nick Bongard, and three receivers, all with between 22 and 25 catches. I'll get their names here. Aziza Shore, Carter Zaitoff, and C.J. Roscoe. We'll see them all get the ball on different forms tonight. Nicolet loves to air it out. Holmen, we haven't seen a lot of passing this year, so we'll see how the Vikings respond to that. And the teams are on the field. Holmen 8-1 on the field this year, now 9-1 in the coin toss. So for the umpteenth time, we will see the Vikings defense take the field first. The Vikings, black caps, black jerseys, black pants, and Nicolet, white caps, white jerseys, light blue pants. Brock Needham set to kick off. Nicolet will be going from right to left. Crowd bringing the energy. Kick is up, and playoff football has started here in Wisconsin. Kick taken at about the 15-yard line, and a big opening for the returner up the sideline. Stopped by Needham at the 30.
Yeah, not the start that I think Holmen probably expected that they'd have.
And for 7
nice
seed
running lane
Nicolet and Jaden Phillips took advantage of the gap and can't ask for a much better start if you're Nicolet. Short field to start off. They are at the Viking at 33-yard line. How about Brock Needham, though, the kicker with the touchdown-saving tackle?
Yeah, without Brock staying back, being that safety valve there, Nicolet would have come out and scored real quick.
So Nicolet coming out. 2-by-1 set. One man in the backfield with Bongard. Bongard looking deep right away. Can't find an open man downfield. Has to use his legs and connects on the pass to Zaitoff. And we'll get a quick look at this Nicolet offense as they set up shop on a second down. The Knights offense, quarterback Bongard, running back Connor McKenna, tight end Quinn Bork, C.J. Roscoe in the slot, receivers Aziza Shore, Carter Zaitoff, and the line Truman Wetzel, Ian Harris, Chase Elliott, Javon West, and Melvin Cleveland Ellison. Second down and a 4. Viking 27-yard line. Bongard with a give off to the right and tackled in the backfield. Mason Fleury, the leading tackler for the Vikings.
Adding to that 90-plus tackle total.
The Vikings, a stout defense, have allowed 12 points per game this year. Fleury, also the leader in tackles, his 15th tackle for loss, and now 3rd down and 8 for the Knights. Two receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Bongard takes a snap, looking to his left, finds a man at the 20, and That will move the chains. It's Cooper Harris on the catch.
I've got a feeling that we're going to be calling their receivers out quite a bit tonight.
They hang out in that shotgun, and we talk about the triple option. You have a lot of mouths to feed. And Nicolet is Itoff, 27 receptions, 7 touchdowns. Ashore, 24 receptions, 5 touchdowns. Roscoe, 21 receptions, 2 touchdowns. And Harris, that was his 15th reception. So pretty well-rounded. Bongard spreading the love. And a give up the middle. Another stop in the backfield by Fleury at Faraday.
So I think, you know, with that pass-heavy offense, the big key for Holmen's defense is going to be the penetration into the backfield, disrupting the quarterback, getting those passes off.
And getting them into more obvious passing downs, try to force them to be a one-dimensional team. A 2nd down and 11, 3 receivers to the left. Two to the right, so empty backfield for Bongard, and finds a man in the middle. A flurry on the coverage. Tackle set of about 3rd down and 6. Let's get a look at this Vikings defense. On the line, we have the big men, Tristan Brennan, Jager Jepson, and Aiden Smith. Linebackers, John Faraday, Mason Fleury, Parker Spa, A.J. Alish. Defensive backs, Jakai Ayad, Landon Kelly, Jack Barth, and Dalen Herman. Faraday getting his first look at an outside linebacker spot, but not much different than a strong safety. Empty backfield on 3rd down and 6. Bongard looks to his left, and a wide open. But dropped the touchdown pass. That was Cooper Harris. Huge opportunity for the Knights to get on the board. And
threaded the needle on that pass, and it was there.
And don't know much about the kicking game of the Knights, but looks like they are keeping the offense on the field. And good call at this point. You got a lot of momentum on that kickoff. How many times have we seen this Holmen defense in this exact situation on opening drives? Can they get yet another stop? Empty backfield, 3-by-2 set for the Knights.
Yeah, a lot of times, you know, getting down into that red zone and the defense comes up big and gets a stop.
And Bongard throws to a leaping man. That was right off, unable to come down with it. And
great defensive coverage there.
Yeah, did not catch the number, but awesome pass breakup. And this Viking offense will take the field. It's got 3.5 minutes into this game, and a lot of excitement for both sides already.
Right, I mean, big play on that opening kickoff and some nice big pass plays, and then all of a sudden here we got defense proving that they're pretty stout and have, you know, like to have all year long and come up big with that 4th down stop.
And Connor Williams on the option gives it to Eli Kane, who has an opening, and now in a foot race across midfield to the 30, and eventually tackled, but a fumble on the first play from scrimmage for the Vikings, and it is Nicolet ball. And based on that first drive, Scott, this is not a team you want to give the ball back to. Early turnover for Holmen. And Scott, we got to give credit to Ashore. He made the hustle play.
Outran Kane on that play,
which
and then
you don't see often.
And then came back.
So 1st down for the Knights at their own 16-yard line. On guard with 3 receivers to his left. McKenna on the backfield. McKenna slips right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 11. Scott, interesting X factor tonight for Nicolet potentially. I think this is one of the first games that they've played on a grass field this year. I think you can see a lot more turf on the east side of the state. A 2nd down and 11. Bongard, 3 receivers to his left. One to his right. Mongardo looking deep down the sideline and overshoots Harris. Herman there on the coverage. Also, Landon Kelly in that cornerback rotation.
Yeah, good coverage deep there. Safety rolling over.
Third down and 12. 7 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Receivers to the left. And we do have a screen on third and long to McKenna, tackled from behind. I think that was a Parker Spa making the play. And it is a fourth and about as almost short as you can get. Fourth down and 1.
Good recovery there by Spa. You saw that big screen play, was it last week or the week before?
Yeah, by Logan. Setting up for a Nicolet punt. Wasn't able to see the number. It's like a 3 back there punting. So that'd be a Shore who kind of seems like the jack of all trades for this Nicolet team. Fields the high snap. And Barth will just stay away from it. Will be Holmen ball at their own 29. So this Vikings offense takes the field yet again. Mixed emotions on that first play, right?
Right.
You break free, a great read by Williams, and then you have the turnover at the end.
Well, I mean, if you're Kane, short-term memory, right? You got to put that behind you, move on.
And we're at the points. Yeah, each team only guaranteed 48 minutes, so you gotta recover quickly. This Holmen offense, led by quarterback Connor Williams, takes the field yet again. Alish in motion. They give to Kane, who churns ahead to about the 32-yard line. We'll get a look at this Viking offense. Quarterback Connor Williams, senior number 15. Colin Williams. Oh, that shows Connor Williams in a graphic. Maybe I'm thinking of Connor Dagner, too. And joining him in the backfield, Eli Kane, Jack Barth, A.J. Alish, tight ends and splits, Tisdale, Nat Miller, Laybourne, Eichhoff, and the line, Jed Larson, Connor Dagner, Jason Bramwell, Jager Jepson, and Eli Buchholz. Second down and 6. Will be a toss to Barth, who cuts up to the 35, and a fumble by Barth. Eichhoff landing on it.
Well, we've seen early, I don't know if it's cold weather or what, but Nicolet's been very proficient at getting their hands in there and stripping the ball out. So,
and that one, I don't know, was there a defender in there, or did it just come out of Barth's hand?
Nope, defender got in there.
And fumbles, especially later in the season, have been an issue for the Vikings. So maybe,
right, 2 weeks ago that loss to Central, 4 turnovers that game.
Third down and 6. Barth flaring out. Williams keeping it on the midline option up to the 38.
4th and short here.
Yeah, 4th and inches. Usually a situation, even in their own territory, Coach Kowalski will keep the offense on the field. Will we see the hard count here by the Vikings? But Nicolet, haven't seen a couple more pass-heavy teams. Are they a little more used to the hard count?
Switch it up to a 4-man front here.
We're going to see a lot of different fronts from the Knights tonight. And a Williams on that sneak that we saw last week. Gets up to the 40. That will move the chains and keep things going for the offense.
Yeah, as a former center, I can appreciate that. Just a little tap on the butt, snap. Stay low, drive forward.
First down for the Vikings. Their own 40-yard line. It's a shade over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. One man split out to the left. Barth in motion and a midline triple. A pitch to Alish with Barth lead blocking in
Nice
front of
block
him. And
by Barth there.
A.J. Alish, a good chunk play. Picking up 13 into Nicolet territory. A first down for the Vikings. Just thinking about that Connor Williams call and how we'll probably be hearing about it from his dad, Eric, at some point.
I'm sure somebody down in the Richland Center area where they're from is letting Eric know, and you will hear about it.
Got first down for Holmen. Nicolet 47. Barth in motion. Another toss to number 7. Getting stretched out on the sideline and still able to cut up to about the 43. We'll see where they mark that out of bounds.
Just like usual, you see Jack kind of just slow playing the run there a little bit, letting that block develop, and then turning on the afterburners and working his way outside.
Oh, and Scott, I like the deal we got going on at the top of the screen here. We'll talk more about the area games, other games that we might be tuned into here, level 1 of the playoffs. Williams keeps it on the option. It charges up to the 38. Set up third down and a 2. Other Mississippi Valley Conference games tonight. La Crosse Central hosting Menasha in a 4-5 matchup. La Crosse Logan hosting Wisconsin, a Lutheran. Onalaska, the 2 seed, they're hosting the Mustangs of Menominee. And not in our area, but still in our conference, Reedsburg hosting the Wolverines of Waterford. But here at Empire Stadium, third down and 2 for the second-seeded Vikings. Williams again keeping it on the options, met by a defender. And that was a Midtog, will be credited with the tackle. And no first down call yet. Let's see where the ball is marked. Scott, for the first time this year, are we going to see the chain gang in action? First measurement, of course, still 4 down territory.
And then making them run all the way across the field too.
And it is a first down.
By a nose.
Just by the nose of the ball. Vikings offense matriculating down the field.
Work here. Give me just a second, Teague. We will get the MVC scores so that everybody can see them on the screen.
Sounds good. Well, we get that figured out. Fresh set of downs for the Vikings. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. They give up the middle to Kane. Charges forward to the 31. This Holmen offense is getting some momentum. Second down and 6. No wind here tonight. One more first down and getting pretty close to Brock Needham, a kicking territory. Man split out to the left. Midline triple again, and Williams calling his own number, met by a host of Knight defenders. Up third down and 8. It's swarming to the ball for Nicolet. Quick look at this Nicolet defense for this third down play. On the line, Finn Reagan, Ian Harris, Camberry Strickland. Linebackers, Quinn Bork, Ben Midtog, Hayden Sum, A. Bryan. Defensive back, Sharif Childs, Cooper Harris, Tyler Griffin, and Aziz Ashore. Midtog and Sum in the middle. Kind of like the Flurry Spa combo. Leading tacklers on their team. And again, Williams just swallowed up in the backfield. It's the big man, number 56 for Nicolet. Silas Kalanaea, sorry. Did get the correction or the pronunciation from Coach Becker beforehand, so I hope that was somewhat close for you Nicolet fans out there. Doing our best not to butcher your team names. And pitch on the midline, triple, and a fumble on the toss, and Al is still able to pick it up on fourth
Still get
down.
positive yards on that.
Nonetheless, will be a turnover on downs. We have a Nicolet player down on the field as well. And that is Kalanaea. This is Nicolet offense taking the field yet again. Scott, based on the proficiency of these two offenses, wasn't expecting 0-0 at this juncture in the game. We've seen how quickly things can change, as evidenced by the Lacrosse Logan game last week. But Nicolet, 23 points per game, 21 points given up. So pretty even, about what you expect for a 4-5, 5-4 team. Two receivers to the left for the Knights. Bongard with a give up the middle to McKenna. Slipped through one tackler and gets up to about the 38-yard line.
Saw him there just kind of duck right underneath big old Tristan Brennan on that play.
And it looks like this will be the last play of the first quarter. So they are going to flip the field. Nicolet will be going from left to right to start the second. And Scott, first round of playoff action. No score, but plenty of action. We're going to take a 60-second break and be back the second quarter here at Empire Stadium on WKTY.
Next Level Exteriors, taking your home's exterior to the next level, installing Class 4 impact-resistant shingles and offering premium siding options to stand the test of time. Check out nextlevelexteriorsllc.com for a free consultation. Next Level Exteriors in Holmen.
Your carpet looks clean, but it's a jungle of spills, pet dander, and allergens. Lappins will turn that jungle back into a carpet. Dirt and grime are no match for their specialized truck-mounted units and the latest technology. Find Lappins online. Clean happens with Lappins.
For any plumbing problems, big or small, La Crosse area homeowners trust Bernie Buckner, Inc. Their experienced plumbers are available 24/7 for emergencies and a full range of residential services. Bernie Buckner, the name homeowners trust for reliable plumbing service. When your car is in the shop, it's nerve-wracking. Relax with the techs at Andy's Main Street Auto. For over 50 years, Andy's has been repairing your car from routine maintenance to major repairs. Andy's Main Street Auto, a service station that cares about service.
Welcome back to second quarter action here on WKTY. Back to Empire Stadium. Nicolet Knights second down and 5. Still no score here. In level one action, two receivers to the left for Bongard, tight end on the field for Nicolet. Another give up the middle to McKenna, who finds an opening and able to get up to the 49. Will be a first down for the Knights. Scott, offensively, of course, the pass game crucial, but establishing the run, exactly what the Knights need to do to keep the Vikings defense honest.
Yeah, I mean, we knew going into this game that Nicolet very proficient in the pass game. So, like you said, they've got to keep Holmen honest and keep those linebackers in check and try and minimize the blitzes.
Man in motion, shifting to the left. And a little play action. A high pass to Zaitov, who unable to reach for it. Be second down and 10. Bongard, some solid reads tonight. So a bit off mark there on first down. But if you have a 6'6" receiver, Scott, best spot to miss is probably high.
Right.
Second down and 10. A give to McKenna up the middle. It's to about the 46. Into Viking territory. I think that about the 47. Will be third down and 7. Scott, right now, just witnessing a good old field position tug of war at the moment.
Yeah, right now, I mean, we're kind of waiting for either team to come up with a big play. Just little chunk plays here and there for the most part.
3-by-1 set for the Knights. Fleury showing blitz, drops back into coverage, and almost intercepted. A.J. Alish in the perfect spot for it. But just off his forearm, it looked like.
Read that play all the way and stepped right in front of the receiver, and I think he was thinking end zone because there was nothing but green in front of him.
4th down and 6, Ashore back to punt. Also, you have to be wary in this spot, Scott. This is almost perfect fake territory. Barth and Faraday back to return. Short kicks into the Knights guy, and Barth fumbles it on the return and recovered by the Knights.
Those mental mistakes.
Second turnover of the game for the Vikings, and this one deep in their own territory.
You know, I think at that point right there, it was get away from the ball and let the Knights just down the ball. And Jack just, you know, mental mistake, wanted to make a big play and kind of ill-advised right there.
4th fumble of the night for Holmen. Second turnover now. Short field for Bongard. Quick pass out to his left hand, dropped for the tight end. That is Bork, the intended target. Second down and goal at the 5-yard line of the Vikings.
Scoring update. With 2:55 after the first quarter. Menasha 7, Central 8.
2 receivers to the right. Second down and goal for Nicolet, looking to capitalize on the big turnover in the red zone. And McKenna tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That was Spa flying in there, and there's also Jepson getting on the action.
Well, you definitely got to think that Nicolet is in 4-down territory here.
Oh, yeah, you got to capitalize in this situation. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the opening half. 3rd down and goal for the Knights. Man shifting, and Bongard looking for a man in the end zone, and great coverage by the Vikings. Bongard going to use his legs and spins off the defender. Nick Bongard. Look at the improv by the quarterback, number 9, putting the first points of the game on the board. It's got about what you'd expect if a team starts to drive at their opposing 5-yard line. But how about Bongard flushed out by it, that front line of the Vikings, and able to extend the play.
Had taken care of business by himself there. Good coverage by the defense, by the secondary. Nobody to pass to, and found a wide open lane to the left.
Shore back for the point after attempt. Snap is high, but well recovered. And it is good. Great recovery there by some, getting it down. And Scott, we are going to take a 60-second break and be back on WKTY. Nicolet 7, Holmen 0.
Online format. They offer pickup and drop off from the Holmen High School with instructors who are your neighbors. Voted best of La Crosse County 3 straight years, EDI will have your Viking driving safe and soon.
Holmen Cheese is hiring. you can earn over $20 an hour with excellent benefits. Be part of the industry's leading manufacturer of dairy and plant-based cheeses. Apply now at holmancheese.com. Holman Cheese, where your future begins.
Fuel your day with the Grind Coffee House in Holmen. Enjoy weekly flavors with Wonder State coffee and delicious treats from the area's top bakeries. Swing by the drive-thru or relax inside. Visit the Grind Coffee House in Holmen. Get to know them better at thegrindholmen.com.
Your trusted neighbor in banking. With over 150 years of experience as a walk-in, full-service bank, WNB Financial is honored to bring their tradition of excellence to the Holmen community. Walk in, say hello, and make your financial goals a reality.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to high school football on WKTY. Nicolet Knights set to kick off after striking first in this game, capitalizing on the turnover on the punt return by the Vikings. It's got, like you said, Barth, noticed they were deep in their territory, maybe just tried to play some hero ball, and it did not work out in the Vikings' favor by any means.
No, and we saw 2 weeks ago that those turnovers, they're killers, right? The mental mistakes and the turnovers, tough to come back and win a game. I mean, thankfully right now with the 4 fumbles and only 2 turnovers, Holman's only down by 1 score.
This offense has made some good progress. Right now down 7-0. Of course, we can see up top, Onalaska also down 16-0 to 7-seeded Menominee. Logan up 16-7 on Wisconsin Lutheran, and Menasha is losing by 1. La Crosse Central up 8-7 against Menasha. Another team making the trip from the east side of the state. Williams with Alish in motion. A give to Kane on the option. It's up to about the 25, and it's got right now, aside from that first play, Nicolet playing the option well.
Yeah, I mean, I almost think that, as much as it's not very spectacular football, just keep pounding right up the middle, keep pounding up the middle, soften up that interior line and those linebackers.
And a bootleg by Williams. A lot of green in front of him, and trying to muscle past Childs. Will be a 3rd down and 2. Good play execution there. Williams going through all his reads, but
yeah, good coverage out there by the Knights. And their secondary, nobody for Colin to throw to.
A 3rd down and 2. Well, you can tell, I think it's 6 interceptions for Nicolet on the year, so they know how to cover the pass pretty well. And the give to Kane on 3rd and 2. So like that will move the chains. 1st down, Vikings. Ball at their own 30-yard line.
Here, I thought we were going to have
8 minutes
another.
to go in the second quarter.
I thought we were going to have another measurement. We haven't had one all year.
Receiver to the left for Holmen. Midline triple, and a Williams with a solid lane, but chased down from behind. Mark it at about the 33-yard line with forward progress. And there may have been Derek Planter in on the play.
Williams on keeper. 2nd and 8. Some on the tackle.
So that was some getting it on the tackle. Eichhoff split out to the left, to the right. Barth in motion. And a counter to Alish, who spins out of 1 tackle. Gets to the 38. 3rd down and short.
Alish on the carry brings up 3rd and 1. tackle for Nicolet.
Still a lot of time left on the clock here for Holmen to try and punch it into the end zone.
Man in motion, and Williams keeps it, gets through one wave of tacklers and up to the 45 for a first down.
You see number 3, Assure. You know, just like I mentioned earlier, they're definitely going to be in there ripping at that ball.
Well, and Scott, looking at why this Holmen offense has to churn it out a little more right now. We talk about the recipe for teams trying to defend the triple option this year. You look at the sizes of the dudes in the middle for Nicolet. We'll give that a look after this play. But midline triple, pitch to Barth with a lot of room in front of him. Cuts inside, and first down for Vikings in the Nicolet territory. Ball be set at about the 40.
Take another look at that nice block there.
Yeah, good blocking and good read by Williams. Had a man in his face. Just
AJ leading the way like he usually does.
Get it out to one of your leading touchdown scorers and let him do the rest. It's got a couple of guys in the middle for Nicolet. Derek Planter, 6'3", 260. Kalanahea, 6'5", 275. And we saw with Onalaska, saw with Reedsburg, you have someone big in the middle. You make that offense work a little more. And Williams keeping it on the triple option. And
yeah, I mean, those big boys almost make our guys look small, and we don't have a small line.
This is one of the bigger Holmen offensive lines we've seen in recent history. But if you control the A-gap, I mean, with the triple option team, whoever wins the A-gap usually ends up winning the game. Second down and 10 for the Vikings. Also draining a lot of clock. It is a Holmen ball to start the second half. Will be a pitch to Faraday. Lowers his shoulder, but
nothing
getting the stop.
Nothing fancy there either. I mean, he not trying to juke, just lowered that shoulder and got stopped dead in his tracks.
Mano. So third down and 13. Was that some on the tackle again? Stout defense. Oh, and the Knights jumping on the hard count, but maybe not get into the neutral zone. Will be a fullback toss to Kane, who gets up to the 35. Now, fourth down and 5. You have to assume the Viking offense going to stay on the field.
Yeah, a little more manageable. I don't think that we will see Brock Needham come out and punt.
Not quite yet.
Well, not to punt or to try and kick the field goal.
Could be in potential kicking range if there was backwind. 4th and 4. Do we see the bread and butter? Do we see a pitch to Barth potentially on this play, or maybe a misdirection? Be another pitch to the other way to Kane, who powers through the defender, and that will be enough for a Viking first down.
Same play back to back. You know, they always say if it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Right now, Faraday in for Alish. But Alish not getting looked at. I think just maybe a rotation. Alish playing both ways. Midline triple. Quick pitch to Barth. The defense got in the backfield quick, but
nice
Jack
block.
Barth off the pitch by Williams into the red zone inside the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Vikings, who are looking to potentially knot this game up with 3:24 to go in the second quarter.
Another quick look at that run. It seems to be a bread and butter play out there.
What a read by Williams. You have to make that decision quickly. Nicolet backfield got back there fast, and Barth turns on the burners at the perfect time. Faraday, maybe not an Alice pancake block, but he did his job there, held it
Just
long
seal
enough.
that guy off.
And to give up the middle to Kane, who stopped at the 1 or 2 yard line. Tough from this vantage point.
So he's about at the 1.5 there.
Eli Kane, who probably has family watching from Brazil again here tonight. Now Holmen draining as much clock as they can. And Williams calls his own number, and Colin Williams in the end zone to get the Vikings on the board. Touchdown, Holmen. And a great drive by the Vikings to put them within 1 point of tying things up. .2:12 to go. Still plenty of time for Nicolet. But if you're the Vikings, now a Needham extra point away from a tie ball game. That's good. Hold is good. Kick is up. And
no good.
Wide right, it looks like, for Needham. So it's going to be 7-6, but the Vikings getting some momentum back. We're going to take a 60-second break and be back on WKTY.
Knowing where to start your next project gets a lot easier at Beaver Builder Supply. The showroom is open, local, and interactive. Take the first step on your home project at beaverbuildersupply.com. Beaver Builder Supply, proudly supporting the Holmen Vikings.
Dr. Chris Neely at Innate Life Family Chiropractic, partnered with Barge Berkeley Chiropractic in Holmen, provides the path to optimal health and well-being for your entire family. And he's a proud supporter of all Holmen Viking athletes. Search Innate Life Family Chiropractic in Holmen. A step into Hacienda Vieja in Holmen is a step into the traditions of Mexican food. Open 7 days a week, you can satisfy your cravings for street tacos, fajitas, all your favorites anytime at Hacienda Vieja in Holmen.
Next Level Exteriors, taking your home's exterior to the next level, installing Class 4 impact-resistant shingles and offering premium siding options to stand the test of time. Check out nextlevelexteriorsllc.com for a free consultation. Next Level Exteriors in Holmen.
Welcome back, folks, to high school football on WKTY. Needham set to kick off after a Vikings touchdown. Missed extra points, so 7-6 game. With just over 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Both this Nicolet offense, I have to assume 2 minutes, a little less pressure than we usually see with the triple option 2-minute offense. Fielded on the left side into about the 30. That was Phillips again on the return.
Yeah, we'll see how well the Holmen secondary was scouted the Nicolet pass game here, because I'm sure that they've got some big plays dialed up. I'm not sure if you've got on there on your stats there what their longest. You know, I'm sure they've got some long pass plays for touchdowns.
That's
on
some
the
chunk
year.
plays in there. We've seen them like to throw it deep a couple of times. Give up the middle to McKenna to start this drive, who gets up to the 35. He's second down and 6. I'll say I think Nicolet averaging about 16 yards of completion. So good indicator that a team likes to air it deep. 3 receivers to the left for Bongard. So plenty of close games for the Knights this year. Another give it to McKenna, who is met and tackled by Parker Spa. Set up 3rd down and 5. Nicolet maybe with a lot of confidence in their 2-minute passing offense. Yeah,
I mean, either that or they're not very confident in their passing game and don't want to leave a whole lot of time left on the clock for the Holmen offense.
I guess we want to kill some clock. Of course, an incompletion stops it. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bongard looking for a quick pass to the right and connecting with Harris, who gets to the 45.
About a yard or two past the first down marker there.
Good play call by Coach Becker.
Good route by the receiver too, just out past the yard marker.
So those runs may be a setup. Maybe we'll see a little more of the air attack here for Nicolet. Check out their field goal situation and their special teams. Knowing Ashore, who can do it all, I'm sure he has some range on his kicks. So maybe Nicolet looking to get into Aziz Ashore territory. Bongard looking to his left and looking deep to a man and
good coverage
broken
there.
up. I think that was Dalen Herman and on the play.
That was number 5, Jakai Ayed.
Oh, Ayed getting up. 2nd down and 10. And easy for me to say up here. I know I can't pass it 20 yards, but Bongard gets that to the outside shoulder. A lot of room for Harris. But ball was in the air for a while. Let Ayed, the state track place winner in the hurdles, catch up and make a play. 2nd down and 10. 3-by-1 set for the Knights. Bongard in the pistol and another give up the middle to McKenna. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
And Nicolet still with all 3 timeouts, not electing to use any right now, though.
Under 30 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Just surprised to see Nicolet not get a little more aggressive at this juncture. 3rd down, it finds a man in the middle. That's Zaitov dropping it just past the 1st down mark. And that'll be 4th down and 8. Punt team taking the field with 14 seconds to go. Barth and Faraday back to return, assuming they'll play a little more conservatively.
Yeah, definitely don't need any mistakes at this point.
Yeah, Barth's just going to stay away from it. 5 seconds to go in the half.
We'll see here if Coach Kowalski decides to call one more play or just kneel on the ball and
with it being Viking ball,
go into the shed and
for you,
come up with a game plan.
For you Glendale fans watching at home, we will be back around the 5-minute mark of halftime to give some halftime analysis, a scoring summary, look at scores from across the state, and maybe do some other chitter chatter here as we close out the half. A Kane on the run gets up to the 30, and that will be it for first half action. Wells got 2 pretty proficient offenses, and we have a 7-6 ball game here at Empire Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in pregame that the 2-5 record in conference, 4-5 overall, not really indicative of what type of team this is. So playing in a really tough conference, so they're here for a reason.
I mean, you look at the tape, the box score, and whatnot, Scott. And we saw it right away. This is not playing like a 2-7 game. We knew this would be a battle with the new seeding system, that better teams were going to end up getting into the playoffs. I'm sure the seeding folks, the computer folks at the WIAA are pumped about the matchups like this right now. You know what, Scott? We are getting a great football. I'm sure teams from both sides. There's been some gut-wrenching moments, but we have a 1-point ball game, and one thing is for sure, we are in for a great final 24 minutes here at Empire Stadium. So We'll take a break, and we'll be back around the 5-minute mark of halftime for some analysis. We'll be back here on WKTY, Nicolet 7, Holmen 6.
Yeah. 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 Hall of Famer, how did you not know? Championship, about to win a Super Bowl. Fans in the stand, love it when I'm in the dome. Touchdown dance, celebrating cause I'm home. Cleats on my feet, running routes all day. Shotgun, wildcat, I know all the play. Could've been a quarterback, just put me in the game. I was born a champion and I just want the ring. MVP, I'm the best on the list. You can join the team cause we headed to the ship. Hey, you looking at a champ. Hey, you looking at a champ. You looking at a champ. You looking at a champ. Hey, all I do is win. All I do is win. You looking at a champ and we going to the ship. We going to the ship. We going to the ship. Hey, all we do is win. You looking at a champ. You looking at a champ. Hey, all I do is win.
You're looking at a C-H-A-M-P. Every time I do it, make it look easy. Better be prepared when you come for me. Don't talk me to death, you know that stuff cheap. I go hard on the west, I go hard on the east. It don't really matter either way, I'ma eat. You know I do numbers, 1, 2, 3, count on me like work easy. I can do it in my sleep, I do not know defeat. Championship rings on my hand, go bling in games when I please. Good night, R.I.P. Ain't no OT. You are not a champ, boy, you don't wanna be.
You looking at a champ. You looking at a champ. You looking at a champ. Hey, all I do is win. All I do is win. You looking at a champ and we going to the ship. We going to the ship. We going to the ship. Hey, all we do is win. You looking at a champ. You looking at a champ. Hey, all I do is win.
Focus to this trap. Stacks on the floor. Money everywhere, she clap. Bottles getting popped, spot getting hot, and we out of control. I'm winning. She's shaking, body
a.m. and we still on the road. Hold up, people plotting on my downfall, I see the haters. Same ones that hit my line when they need a favor. I'm in my zone, I put the throne on Revis Island. Champagne on the plane, selfies with the pilot. Time left them sins, the money made them love me. Guess I'm buying on my friends, claiming that you on my team. But I'm the only one that's clutch for the win. Been a warrior, I'm Steph Curry with the pen. Real rap, only facts, I know you feel that. Don't ever get up out of pocket like a quarterback. My empire strong as iron and in full effect. Take what I want, if you don't give it up, imagine that. Reckless, real reckless. Blowing checks quick. Stepping in the lions, then it's suicide, don't try it, man. I don't sweat the stress, in the end I know I'm winning on the pole. Bouncing, twerking to this trap shit. Stacks on the floor. Money everywhere, she clap. Bottles getting pop, spot getting hot, and we out of control. I'm winning. She's shaking. 5 a.m. and we still on the road.
In the zone, on the throne, I'm the top dog. I'm the G that people call when it pop off. Follow the leader, I'm about to turn it up raw. No, don't get in the way, you'll be the last straw. From the bottom, everybody saw a king rise. It was visionary, look into my eyes. Been about it since the hater nation been doubting. Was a prince all the time, should have been crowned me. All rise got royalty on fleek. Let's have a parade on my street. Pulling bangs out, show them how the crew roll. Out of control, Lamborghini for the lifeboat. Princesses, all about in them dresses. My investments, the head put impresses, increases. Good paper, great thesis. Straight A's all the way, great life teachers. I'm winning on the pole. Bouncing, twerking to this trap shit. Stacks on the floor. Money everywhere, she claps. Bottles getting pop, spot getting hot, and we out of control. I'm winning. She's shaking. 5 a.m. and we still on the road. Pretty on the pole, bouncing, twerking to this trap shit. Stacks on the floor, money everywhere, she claps. Bottles getting pop, spot getting hot, and we out of control. She's shaking. 5 a.m. and we still on the road.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to high school football on the WKTY. Halftime coverage here on WKTYsports.com/HHS, or you can watch the game on your Roku Smart TV. Real quick, Scott, before we want to get into the action, we want to thank some of the folks for help making this happen, our sponsors for this evening. So we get that sponsor list pulled up. I want to appreciate them for their generosity. We have Next Level Exteriors, Lappin's, Bernie Buckner, Andy's Main Street Auto, Enhanced Driving Institute, Holmen Cheese Innovations, The Grind Coffee House, W&B Financial, Beaver Builder Supply, Nate Barge, Chiropractic, Hacienda Vieja, and, of course, Firefighters Credit Union. So, Glendale folks, those of you tuning in, you ever end up in the Cooley region and you're in a tough spot, especially a good fajita, stop at Hacienda. But any of these places, want to thank our sponsors.
Yes.
For all of their support here this evening, so that all of you at home can watch the action here at Empire Stadium tonight, Scott. The 2-7 matchup where you throw away the seeds because we kind of had an idea this is what it would be coming in. Looking at the scoring summary, you could probably do this all in one breath. We have the 5-yard run by Bongard. The Knights capitalizing first off of that turnover by the Vikings deep in their own territory. And then Colin Williams again into the end zone for the Vikings on their last drive before halftime. Missed PAT makes it 7-6. So will be Holmen ball in the second half. But Scott, you can even throw the turnovers out because we talk about shooting yourself in the foot however many times. Not great for the Vikings, but this is about as mano-y-mano as even as it gets so far. And it's from two very different styles of offense.
Right. I mean, both teams not playing it doesn't seem like they're playing the greatest of football right now. Waiting for either one to break out and have some big plays. Talked about the turnovers. It's not killing Holmen right now. It's not doing them any favors, but it isn't really killing them right at this point. So we'll see if they tighten things up a little bit in the second half, and we'll see if both offenses start to produce a little bit more.
Yeah, right now this Viking defense doing a great job defending the pass, which is one of the things folks had to have been worried about coming in. La Crosse Central took the top off a couple of times on the Vikings defense. We knew this would be the most pass-heavy team that Holmen would see all year. And right now with Nicolet, it's got to be execution for the Knights on offense. They've had open guys a few times and either missing the mark or receivers dropping it. That they've put themselves in some spots too. Maybe not turnovers, but still plays that have not gone to their benefit. So both these teams, they start executing at a perfect level on offense. It's fun to see right now because these defenses also responding very well to offenses that they may not be as familiar with throughout the year.
Yeah, and you talked about the drop passes and everything. It's not super cold out there right now, but it's getting a little bit chillier, and you know that ball doesn't feel quite the same when it's 40 degrees and the temperature's dropping, both when you're trying to catch the ball and the guys running the ball trying to hold on to that ball. It gets a little slicker. So,
well, I don't know how the lake effect goes over on the east side of the state, but I know this is the coldest game that we've had so far.
Right. We don't get any lake effect from Lake on Alaska. So,
and one of the X factors, the travel time for teams. I've traveled enough to know that the travel factor doesn't play as much into it as one would think. Nicolet is the longest travel before this, 30 minutes going into this year. But again, they stop midway through. They make it looks like that's not playing as much into the game as a contrarian would like to think.
Right, and teenagers, I mean, they're resilient. So, I mean, they just want to come out here, play some smash mouth football. And, you know, yeah, it's not ideal. A loss driving 3 hours home is worse than driving 3 hours to play some football. So yeah, it doesn't really seem like it's taking a whole lot of effect on them right now. Quick rundown some stats here real quick before we kick off. For Nicolet, Bongard, 5 of 13, 41 yards passing. And on the rushing side, we've got Connor McKenna, 10 rushes for 20 yards. So right now.
But not pretty in the stat book. Doesn't matter when you get in the end zone.
I mean, right now we got 67 yards total offense for Nicolet. So not not super high-powered right now. We'll take a look at Holmen, and it's crazy. Big rush play, turnovers, kind of killing them right now. 197 yards on the ground, 42 by Barth and 23 by Williams, and 112 yards by Eli Kane. So Holmen's winning the probably the time of possession and the yardage, but still down by 1 point.
And real quick in the last 90 seconds of the half, other MVC or area games going on tonight. Of course, you see at the top, La Crosse Central and Menasha playing. Last I saw, Central's up 16-14. Logan up on Lutheran, and Onalaska and Menominee, another 2-7 game that, when I saw earlier, was not in favor of the 2 seed. Other games that we may have an interest in, the game that is across from us in the bracket. Both teams here have a vested interest right now. Waukesha West, the 6 seed, travels to the 3 seed Union Grove. Winner of that one plays the winner of this one here tonight. We also have Reedsburg hosting Waterford, Aquinas hosting Amory. West Salem traveled to Berlin, Wisconsin, not Germany, tonight to play in level 1 action. Bangor playing Marshall, and Darlington is hosting Melrose Mindoro. Other sports action, Scott, it's not the postseason just in football, but a lot of postseason action. It is in full spirit here in the fall season. In cross-country, Holmen runs at Menominee tomorrow. Milwaukee King hosts a cross-country meet that Nicolet is going to for sectionals. Soccer, we'll talk more sports here after this kickoff. As a kick taken by Faraday at the 5-yard line. Faraday crossing the field, looking for an opening. Almost tripped up from behind, but John Faraday up gets
Great
to the 37-yard line. Tackle. They get the roster up here. That's number 28 on the tackle for the Knights. Abe Ryan, as this offense sets up shop. Soccer, Holmen traveled to Superior on Tuesday. They won 2-1. They're playing Eau Claire Memorial tomorrow. Nicolet still in playoff action. They beat Waukesha South. They are hosting Watertown tomorrow.
Volleyball action.
One more sport update here after the first play from scrimmage to open the second half. And speed option. Williams cuts up. Slowed down by Hayden Sum, and the rest of the Knights cleaning it up. The Holmen girls volleyball team looking to get back to state undefeated. Got the 2 seed. They are hosting a Monona Grove tomorrow in the regional finals. Nicolet, the 4 seed, they're hosting Whitefish Bay, which much different drive, Scott. That is about a 9-minute drive right along the Lake Michigan coastline. Also, boys volleyball, which if you look at the brackets, a foreign concept to us here on the west side of the state. The Nicolet boys team is seated 3rd. They host Dominican tonight, actually. Now 2nd down and 8. Williams keeps it on the option, and looks like he slipped up a little bit, but still a good stop by Ian Harris.
And for those of you in the area that want to tune in and watch the Holmen girls volleyball, the Holmen Booster Club is sponsoring that stream tomorrow. So I will be back tomorrow with Amber Needham, I believe, on the call. So we'll bring that game, and then the sectional semifinals next Thursday, I believe.
If they win tomorrow.
Well, either way.
Which you feel, oh yeah.
Well, the sectional semifinals are being hosted
in
here.
Holmen. That's
yes.
right. A big 3rd down here, Scott. Holmen starts up with the ball in the second half, but you got to make something out of it. An open man just short for Alish.
Kind of split both receivers there. I mean, could have taken his pick.
Yeah, Alish and Flurry. Yeah, like I just said, Scott, it doesn't matter if you start with the ball in the second half if you don't capitalize, as Holmen punt team takes the field to start the second half. Nicolet with the 1-point lead. Couple more shout-outs here, Scott. Team photographer for the Vikings, Dan Smith. The work he does is impressive. It is his birthday today, so Holmen folks wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah, if you follow the Holmen High School football page on Facebook, you will see pictures from
almost blocked.
All levels of high school football. He's at every game.
course, the grandfather of
Aiden and Avery Smith.
The Smith twins. You wouldn't tell if they were twins or not. Nicolet will be Nicolet ball, first down and 10. Last shout out here before we go full game action. Got a text. Want to give a shout out to former Nicolet head wrestling coach Gus Kaufman. We've had him on our Wisconsin Wrestler podcast before. All around great dude. Helped lead the Knights to their first ever team state appearance in the field house. So I know the folks over in Glendale got to have a lot of love for Coach Kaufman as well. Thank you for tuning in, Gus. It's man in motion on first down, and will be a flag. Pass completed, but I think this one coming back, Scott. And I know
that's
rules different in the NFL and high school, but I think this one is consistent. I think the man in motion was going forward. So it'll be first down and 15. Seeing this Knight offense in action for the first time. The second half. Man in motion again. Bongard takes the snap out of shotgun. And overthrown just a bit, just off the fingertips, off the deflection from Mason Fleury. Fleury does have one of the team interceptions this year. Vikings with 4 interceptions, 5 fumble recoveries. So averaging about turnover per game, or a takeaway per game, we'll say. Second down and 15. 9 minutes, 37 seconds remaining. Now, as our clock says. And McKenna up the middle. McKenna showing off his speed. Jack Barth catching up, trying to strip the ball, and what a run there. What a gap there made by the lineman. Connor McKenna, the junior,
You know, we are
into Viking territory.
We are primarily a Holmen broadcast crew, but we will take a look at that last.
Yeah,
play,
we respect good football when it's played, and Connor McKenna has some wheels. That's great line. Good cutback by the junior running back, and Jack Barth, not slow by any means. Took him a bit to catch up to McKenna. And a whistle by the officials. Now running the clock. Another draw up the middle to McKenna. Picks up about 3 yards. And Scott, don't think anyone who took a look at stats going into tonight's game would have predicted that Nicolet would have more rushing yards than passing yards at this juncture.
Right. I mean, they might have switched things up. You know, it is playoff time. You try and change up your offense just a little bit, keep everybody off balance. But I believe that they still had quite a few rushing yards on the season.
Second down and 8. Another give to McKenna. Lowers his shoulder. Picks up a couple yards. Yeah, I'm just looking at the size of the starting line for Nicolet as well. You know, for the most part, about average, they have 280-pound Javon West. But Scott, the one name that sticks out that I love to see, the center Chase Elliott, 155 pounds. Hey, all you have to do, if you can get in the way, maintain your position, and especially in this offense, if you can snap the ball well every time, you got a spot. And Allison, did a good job maintaining his own in the A gap. At third down and 5, off tackle to McKenna, lowers his shoulder, and Ayad gets in the way. It will be fourth down. We'll see this Nicolet offense take the field. Scott, that has to be one of the biggest size mismatches, right?
Right, Tristan Brennan against
155 versus Brennan and all of his 310, 320. Depends on what Mrs. Brennan makes for dinner the night before.
Right.
4th down and 3. 2 receivers to the left. Bongard directing the offense. And Bongard going to keep it himself. Don't know if it's a draw or an option. But excellent play call by Coach Becker, and that will be a 1st down.
So, yeah, I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier, Teague, about not expecting Nicolet to come out and have more rushing yards this game than they did passing. And looking at the stats here on the season, they had 1,029 yards rushing, so a little bit more pass heavy, but they're not afraid to run the ball either.
1st down and 10. 28-yard line of the Vikings, and another big hole for McKenna. Eventually tackled by Barth, but not before he gets to the 10-yard line. And Scott, what were you expecting this Vikings offense to do in the second half? Maybe soften up between the tackles. Right now, the Knights turning the tables.
Yeah, excuse me. They seem to be moving the ball at will right now, right up the middle, which not typical of what you see out of this Holmen defense.
Another give it to McKenna, and nothing but green in front of him.
I was going to say there was
a
touchdown,
touchdown, but
I believe it was Spa was being held there.
I mean, look at Parker Spa. I know that's what I'd do if I were blocking him, but it's going to be a big penalty.
It's either Spa or Fleury who's being held there.
Because it goes from a touchdown to a potential drive killer. As is often the case.
You know,
we see 1st down holding.
As a blocker, when you get those hands outside the shoulder pads and you see that jersey stretch a little bit, pretty easy call for the refs.
So it'll be 1st down and a 20. And Scott, just crazy to think now as some of these seniors, I think, player going through crampy right now. So maybe we'll take a 30-second break and we'll talk more football. Be back. Nicolet driving a 1st down and a 20. We'll be back for more football here on WKTY.
Next Level Exteriors, taking your home's exterior to the next level, installing Class 4 impact-resistant shingles and offering premium siding options to stand the test of time. Check out nextlevelexteriorsllc.com for a free consultation. Next Level Exteriors in Holmen.
Your carpet looks clean, but it's a jungle of spills, pet dander, and allergens. Lappins will turn that jungle back into a carpet. Dirt and grime are no match for their specialized truck-mounted units and the latest technology. Find Lappins online. Clean happens with Lappins.
Welcome back to high school football on WKTY. Action back on the field. Got the cramp sorted out. So Nicolet 1st down and 20 after the touchdown turned holding penalty. And this Holmen defense, they've had plenty of big stops on the year. Can they get another one as McKenna unable to slip the tackle? And that was Brennan slowing him down in the A-gap. Yeah, Scott, McKenna on the year, 760 yards going into this game, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, 5'7". He kind of gets lost in the mix in that line there.
And he is shifty.
Yes.
Kind of reminds me of that old Darren Sproles lightning bug roll. Second down and 14. On guard with the snap. Another give to McKenna. Charges forward. Met by Herman and he stopped at the 11-yard line. Good football collision right there between
both
all
twos.
Their
shoulders.
Herman's turned himself into a good utility player for the Vikings this year in his junior campaign. him, Barth Faraday, all safeties that can make plays in that first, second level from the safety spot. That just huge. Especially in a game right now where McKenna's starting to get some momentum on the ground. But this has now become a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 9. Bork shifting to his left. Bongard looking to his left. It caught. And not caught. Apologies. Looks like just hit the ground. Another drop for Zaitov.
Yeah, another one he'd like to have back.
You don't pour it on anyone, right, because they're their own worst, but just a tough night right now for Zaitov. One of the leading receivers for the Knights. Fourth down, and of course, this offense staying on. Oh, never mind. My apologies. Should have paid more attention to the personnel change. Well, they are in a short range. Be a 27-yard attempt. Ball is up, and it is a good. Will be a 10-6 off the 27-yard attempt by Ashore. We'll take a 60-second break and be back for more third quarter action here at Empire Stadium on WKTY.
For any plumbing problems, big or small, La Crosse area homeowners trust Bernie Buckner, Inc. Their experienced plumbers are available 24/7 for emergencies and a full range of residential services. Bernie Buckner, the name homeowners trust for reliable plumbing service. When your car's in the shop, it's nerve-wracking. Relax with the techs at Andy's Main Street Auto. For over 50 years, Andy's has been repairing your car from routine maintenance to major repairs. Andy's Main Street Auto, a service station that cares about service.
Enhanced Driving Institute has flexible classroom training or a self-guided online format. They offer pickup and drop-off from the Holmen High School with instructors who are your neighbors. Voted best of La Crosse County 3 straight years, EDI will have your Viking driving safe and soon.
Holmen Cheese is hiring. You can earn over $20 an hour with excellent benefits. Be part of the industry's leading manufacturer of dairy and plant-based cheeses. Apply now at holmancheese.com. Holmen Cheese, where your future begins.
Welcome back, folks. High school football on WKTY. Holmen kick return team set to take the field. And, folks, we want to thank all of you for tuning in. Whether it's from Brazil, Wisconsin, by Lake Michigan, and by the Mississippi. 406 people tuning in to watch this level 1 game. Of course, we shouted out the Canes in Brazil. Also got to give another long-distance shout-out. Camden Thiel, 2025 graduate, has watched every game this year from a college in North Carolina. So thank you for the support, Camden. As Ashore set to kick off. Knights with a 10-6 lead after Ashore's 27-yard make. I had the deep returner. He's looking for a lane on the edge and actually led out of bounds. On the tackle there was a number 7, Isaac Tomczyk. This Holmen offense can it get some momentum going? It's had some progress to start the second half, but right now this Nicolet defense looking stout.
They are. They're stopping pretty much everything up the middle, stretching out those plays on the outside. I mean, Holman's gotten a few of those pitch plays.
And speed option.
Right there.
Alex Burgett in at quarterback and flag on the play. It's got Colin Williams. Yeah, not in at the quarterback spot right now. We've seen him on defense a couple of times. But how about this, Alex Burgett, who was out all year, slated to be the starter coming into their senior campaign, and now getting a look here in the second half.
Yeah, now Williams back in the backfield. Let's see who's well,
Williams, I think, at the tight end spot.
Yeah, switching things up a little bit.
So maybe looking to beef up their line situation a little bit. Now Holmen with the tight end spot. Young at those spots, which Williams experience there, sophomore and junior campaign, and Burgett on the play action, going deep to Jack Barth, and will be a pass interference on the play.
Yeah, Barth.
Tyler Griffin on the coverage, and it's a little too much contact.
He was right there, but Barth slowing down, looking back for that ball, and the defender not quite turning around fast enough.
And Sky, yeah, maybe the underthrow, almost a blessing in disguise there, as it forced the contact. And one thing I did learn, Scott, it is they do not call the not turning around until the NFL. They do call the contact in high school and college. It's just usually the contact is a result of not turning around.
Right.
So that's why coaches still coach it. Now Tisdale coming back in. So first down and 6. As a Burgett
swallowed up right away. So one thing with Burgett coming in, I don't know how much he's practiced in the last couple weeks, but having been out all season, now here we are, week 10. You wonder what's the timing like on the exchanges. Obviously came in probably maybe a little sharper on the arm.
And the game is fast for an option quarterback, so maybe a little adjustment. Not a lot of time for adjustment. There's 15 minutes remaining in this 4-point game. And will be a fullback toss to Kane, who able to dodge a couple of defenders and gets up to the 34. We get third and very short for the Vikings. Third down and 2 after the spot. Burgett under center. 2 tight end set for the Vikings. Flory at the other tight end spot. Alish in motion. And it looks like may have been a fumble on the mesh, not in the hands of Burgett or Kane. Some Viking jumped on it. And it's going to be 4th and short. This Holmen offense going to stay on the field. And Scott, this potentially the biggest play of the game.
Yeah, so far, trying to get something going. And you got to move those sticks.
And Nicolet, 2-man tight in the A-gap. Burgett spinning through, and Alex Burgett, 5 plays back into his senior year, picks up the first down. I think Nicolet knew the play was coming. They had the A-gaps plugged, but
I think it was one of those fool me once type deals where Colin was able to pick up first down earlier. So Alex met right at the line that time, was able to bounce off, spin, ball forward for a couple yards.
Now first down and 10 for the Vikings at their own 35. Oh, out of Alaska, 26 unanswered against Menominee. Barth takes the pitch and a met into the backfield.
Number 50.
By Ian Harris. And Scott, it just looks.
I'm trying to look at 56.
I thought it was 58 back
58,
there.
58, 99.
Yeah, good luck crediting one person. I know Harrison on there first, but that's what you call a good team tackle there for the Knights. It seems like they're just getting better as this game goes on.
Is that 99 or 89?
I think it's double 9s there. Finn Reagan. Second down and 12. Man split out to the left. Counterplay to Barth, who tripped up. Again in on the play. Ian Harris, 2 huge plays in a row. And one thing I got to say about this Nicolet defense, of course, thanks to Coach Becker for setting those lineups in as good detail as he did. But a lot of seniors, and this is the time of year where your senior class, your senior leadership can be the difference maker. I think we're seeing that right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're not backing down out there. They're clogging up all the holes in the middle, stretching the plays to the outside.
Well, Nicolet jumping on the hard count, but again, not to the neutral zone.
Disciplined enough where they're not jumping off sides.
And that will be it. We are going to come back and flip the field here in the fourth quarter at Empire Stadium on a crucial third down. We'll be back in 60 seconds on WKTY. Nicolet 10, Holmen 6.
Fuel your day with the Grind Coffee House in Holmen. Enjoy weekly flavors with Wonder State Coffee and delicious treats from the area's top bakeries. Swing by the drive-thru or relax inside. Visit the Grind Coffee House in Holmen. Get to know them better at thegrindholmen.com.
Your trusted neighbor in banking. With over 150 years of experience as a walk-in, full-service bank, WNB Financial is honored to bring their tradition of excellence to the Holmen community. Walk in, say hello, and make your financial goals a reality.
Knowing where to start your next project gets a lot easier at Beaver Builder Supply. The showroom is open, local, and interactive. Take the first step on your home project at beaverbuildersupply.com. Beaver Builder Supply, proudly supporting the Holmen Vikings.
Dr. Chris Neely at Innate Life Family Chiropractic, partnered with Barge Berkeley Chiropractic in Holmen, provides the path to optimal health and well-being for your entire family. And he's a proud supporter of all Holmen Viking athletes. Search Innate Life Family Chiropractic in Holmen.
Welcome back, folks. Fourth quarter action as WKTY. Bootleg by Alex Burgett on third down and 8 to a wide open Kane, who looks like he picked up the first down, eventually tackled by Ashore.
I think forward progress there. We'll see which ref spots the ball.
We'll see it.
I think forward.
Yeah, the home crowd not a fan of the call.
You know, and I think that we've said this before. You know, we're not trying to be Holmen homers here, but
I think we would call it forward progress if it was the other way as well.
Yes.
That's so fourth down and inches. Holmen needs to convert. And great mesh. It's going to be a first down no matter who had the ball.
Burgett keeping that himself.
No questioning that one. And Alex Burgett starting to get this offense into a rhythm. Scott, I want to do a quick connection game here. So one of the Nicolet assistants, Dr. David Quam, wonder if that's any connection to a Holmen assistant. Not a doctor, but Adam Quam, a UWL graduate, played for the Vikings in high school. He was UWL teammates with a couple of Nicolet Knights himself, Ben and Braden Ott.
Okay, yep.
State place winners in wrestling, by the way.
Yes.
First down for the Vikings, their own 49-yard line. Pitch on the triple option to Barth, cuts up the field into Knight territory. Second down and 8. Scott, this drive already taken up about 5 minutes of clock. We're going back to the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we might be in for another thriller here at the end of the game, just like last week.
You know, I'm all here for it. I don't know if my heart is. That's physically speaking, that is. Mentally,
yes.
It is all in. Second down and 8. Barth in motion. Midline triple. Quick pitch by Vergetten just in front of Alish, who has to fall on it. And that's going to set up a long third down.
That's where that timing thing, you know, not having the reps out there all year might have played a little bit of a factor in that.
Now third down and about 15, so you try and just make it do a safer play, go for a more fourth and manageable, or an obvious passing / counter down. See what other tricks Coach Kowalski could have up his sleeve. Ryland Dykoff is split off to the right. Will be a play action, and Burgett looking up the middle for Eichhoff, just out of reach. And that is an opportunity that you have to capitalize on. Great play call but unable to connect.
Ryland running on that fly pattern there, just over his outstretched hands. You don't know if he had two defenders right on top of him too, so maybe that caused him to slow down just a little bit.
So Needham back to punt. We need to see this defense make at least one more stand here tonight. And a nice punt by Needham. Gave that speed of the Vikings coverage team time to get down there. Will be Nicolet ball at the 25. And with 9:04 left, I think the prevailing question going into this drive, Scott, is can the Viking defense stop McKenna on this go-around?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen, obviously we know that Holmen has a big play offense. They can break away on a big play anytime. But they've been running the clock down quite a bit tonight. And I think that might be part of Nicolet's game plan too, is right now just keep running that ball, get that clock running down.
And give up the middle to McKenna. Picks up about 3 yards. It's got a little more on Elliott here. Makes sense why maybe he's playing center at 155 pounds. From my North Shore correspondent, Elliott, a tough wrestler for Nicolet, so probably a little bit of hand fighting experience.
Yep, listening to your podcast last night for a little bit. Actually, I listened to the replay this morning. A lot of truth in what you were saying. A lot of wrestlers play football.
It's Bongard, 2 receivers to his left, and the snap went over his head. Bongard just has to eat that one, and will be 3rd down and long.
So most definitely a pass play coming up here.
We'll see what Coach Logan Brown dials up here on 3rd and 22. Does he send an extra man or two to try and force a quick pass? But even more interesting for Coach Becker, what do you have in your 3rd and 20-plus playbook, Scott?
Well, obviously with an average of 16 yards per pass play.
That might just be the playbook, actually. This might be what they're comfortable with. 2-by-2 set, McKenna, pistol formation, and flag on the play. That's delay of game territory if it's coming from the back judge. And is that
tack on another 5 yards?
Oh, yeah, exactly halfway. So to the 5-yard line. And now 3rd down and 27. A little too close to 4th and 26 for my liking as a Packers fan. And it will just be a gift to McKenna, who has a lot of room to run up to the 30 before being tackled by Barth.
Picks up the 1st down.
And it looks like that is the play call. And it worked out perfect. Wow.
Yeah, not what we would have expected on 4th and 27.
Holmen almost playing a prevent defense.
Or 3rd and 27, rather.
And with the way McKenna's been playing, just leaving him way too much room to operate. And Scott, in our 3 years doing this, I don't know if I've seen a play take as much air out of the stadium as I have that one.
Right, especially at this time of
a 4-point lead, 7 minutes remaining. The seniors fighting for their playoff and football career lives. Passes Eidoff just a little too short. It'll be 2nd down and 10. More importantly, now that you're thinking about this, just a shade under 7 minutes to go. Does stop the clock as well.
I think we talked about it at the onset of the game that, the 2-5 record in conference, 4-5 overall, not indicative of what this team is all about in Nicolet. And even with that being said,
and McKenna swallowed up in the backfield. Tristan Brennan stopping him dead in his tracks. Another third down and long. So good push there by the O-line, because 3rd down and 9, turns out.
I don't think many of the Holmen faithful would have expected that home game, playoff atmosphere, prolific offense, visiting team driving 3 hours. Probably did not think that we'd be sitting at this point.
And I think a lot of folks who maybe just don't know better, a lot of people just look at a seed and think potential mismatch. But yeah, not the case at all. Regardless, Scott, I think we are set up for hopefully an exciting last 6 minutes. Nicolet just looking to drain some clock at this point. Will be a timeout call by the Knights. We're going to take a 30-second timeout as well and be back. 4th quarter action on WKTY.
A step into Hacienda Vieja in Holmen is a step into the traditions of Mexican food. Open 7 days a week, you can satisfy your cravings for street tacos, fajitas, all your favorites anytime at Hacienda Vieja in Holmen.
Next Level Exteriors, taking your home's exterior to the next level, installing Class 4 impact-resistant shingles and offering premium siding options to stand the test of time. Check out nextlevelexteriorsllc.com for a free consultation. Next Level Exteriors in Holmen.
Welcome back to high school football on WKTY. Midway through the 4th quarter, a 7th seed Nicolet Knights up 10-6. On the Holmen Vikings. Want to thank all 400 plus of you for tuning in here tonight. Nicolet's capitalized off a couple of turnovers. It's really opened up their running game in the second half. Looking to maybe even close this game out. Man in motion. And Bongard looking deep to his left for Zaitov, who mosses 2 defenders. And a 60-yard touchdown to put the Knights up 10 with just under 6 minutes remaining. And Scott, what were we saying before in the 3rd quarter? It has been a long night for Carter Zutov. Apologies. And there it is. That's why he's one of the leading receivers.
6'6". I mean, was able to go up, snag that ball over 2 defenders. While we're a little false start there, we'll take another look at that.
Wow, what a beautifully placed ball. Bongard, I mean, looked off for one moment, but Zutov over Ayat and Barth, 2 of the better athletes on this Viking team. There's not much else he can do there, Scott. No. The Shore on the extra point attempt. Now the Holmen defense jumping.
Yep, and they'll give that 5 yards right back.
Well, Scott, 2 plays that combined about 95 yards between McKenna and Zutov. So apologies, folks, on the mispronunciation of Carter's last name a couple of times. You get into the heat of the moment and you quit looking at your phonetic spellings, but we are going to take a quick break after the touchdown by Nicolet to put them up 11. Just under a shade of 6 minutes to go here in the 4th, here at Empire Stadium on WKTY.
For any plumbing problems, big or small, La Crosse area homeowners trust Bernie Buckner, Inc. Their experienced plumbers are available 24/7 for emergencies and a full range of residential services. Bernie Buckner, the name homeowners trust for reliable plumbing service. When your car's in the shop, it's nerve-wracking. Relax with the techs at Andy's Main Street Auto. For over 50 years, Andy's has been repairing your car from routine maintenance to major repairs. Andy's Main Street Auto, a service station that cares about service.
Enhanced Driving Institute has flexible classroom training or a self-guided online format. They offer pickup and drop-off from the Holmen High School with instructors who are your neighbors. Voted best of La Crosse County 3 straight years, EDI will have your Viking driving safe and soon.
Holmen Cheese is hiring. You can earn over $20 an hour with excellent benefits. Be part of the industry's leading manufacturer of dairy and plant-based cheeses. Apply now at holmancheese.com. Holmen Cheese, where your future begins.
Welcome back, folks. Kickoff here on WKTY after a drive that highlighted by a 35-yard run by McKenna and that 61-yard play from Bongard to Zutov. And on the kickoff, that was Barth trying to make a play, and that might be... There's the flag. That will be a personal foul, a little extracurricular activity at the end.
Which, you hate to see that. It was a great play by the coverage team for Nicolet. Not fooled by that reverse at all. Then a little extracurricular activity after the whistle. And that flag didn't come out right away, so I don't think that it was on the action that was going on, but maybe some words were said.
And that'll happen. Motion's getting high, especially in the playoffs. But advantageous for Holmen. We've only seen them in this spot one time before. That was against Central. A little more time to work with here. 5:49 to go, but Scott, I think a must-score scenario as Brigette calls his own number.
Yeah, down 2 scores. Definitely need to work on their clock management here.
Again, stopped at the line of scrimmage. It was Alish, the ball carrier. Just like that, a minute off the clock. Scott, you almost have to run 2-minute offense drive at this juncture.
Right. Try and because once the ball goes back to Nicolet, Nicolet is going to run the ball, try and run that clock out.
They're down and long. Play action, and Brigette going to keep it short to Barth, who cuts in, and Jack Barth across midfield, breaking tackles left and right across the 40. And if you're a Holmen, I think you almost get right on the line. And
yeah, I mean, you've got to be ready to snap that ball. Oh.
And Laundry
Holden.
Way on the opposite side of the field and
way away from the play. That is not where you want that to happen.
That's one thing you hate to see as a fan, as a coach.
Yeah, here I was looking for the sticks to move. Trying to figure out why they weren't moving.
Yeah, now 3rd down and 20, and it's got a lot of game, not a lot of game left, but you almost have a feeling that was the one to potentially turn the tide.
Could have been a spark there.
And Brigette on another bootleg, throwing across the field, overshoots Barth. 4th and long, and you got to keep the offense on the field. A 4:09 remaining. Also, Holmen folks, Cooley region folks tuning in. I'm sure you're more familiar with this, but for the people tuning in from the other side of the state, for you Nicolet Knight fans, stay tuned after the game. We'll give a little post-game coverage talk about the game, what lays next for the winning team. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. It's been a great game, and right now the Knights with the Vikings in dire straits here on their home field. 4th down and long. Forget looking deep and batted down by Ashore. It will be night ball at the Viking 19-yard line. 4:01 to go.
So still a chance, though. I mean, if Holmen can get the ball back, if they can stop Nicolet on downs here. Obviously, still have a chance. We saw with that big play.
And
with
not just
Jack
a must
Barth.
stop, but a 3 and out.
Yes.
We also know is short. The ability to kick it as well. Bongard would have been a pistol. McKenna behind him. Give up the middle. Be 2nd down and 7.
Coach Kowalski going to start using timeouts.
Yeah, 3 timeouts left. We're going to stay on here for this timeout. And we will thank our sponsors here for this evening for helping support this, helping make this happen. All our sponsors here tonight. Next Level Exteriors, Lappin's, Bernie Buckner, Andy's Main Street Auto, the Grind Coffee House, Enhanced Driving Institute, Holmen Cheese Innovation, WNB Financial, Beaver Builders Supply, Innate Barge Chiropractic, Hacienda Vieja, and of course, Firefighters Credit Union. Thank you all of our sponsors. It's been a fun season, and now things for the Vikings, if they are looking to keep things going into level 2. Let's get into miracle territory here for Holmen. And McKenna cuts up, and that will be a touchdown by the Knights. Scott, how fitting. The second half has been a lot of Connor McKenna and the junior.
Yeah, the little man going to work and producing out there.
Getting into the end zone. That makes it 23-6, officially a 3-score game.
You know, and that
Shore back to kick.
You know, you like to say it isn't over till the fat lady sings. Well, I think she's warming up right now because it's kind of a mountain to climb over right now.
Yeah, 3 scores, and tough to have it, and tough for any offense to have a 3-score deficit to overcome at this juncture in the game. Don't think I've seen Empire Stadium this silent in a long time. We almost got to the 500 mark tonight for people watching, so might be some folks that are tuned into watching the makings of an upset, right? Or seeding upset, I'll say. I don't even want. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't even want to call this one an upset. Just
no.
Yeah, Nicolet is outplaying Holmen. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, and we talked about it probably countless times tonight that the seeding not really indicative of what this team is for Nicolet. You know, coming out of that tough North Shore Conference.
And talk about a team that they had to fight through adversity to get to this point. 2-5, lost 5 in a row, Scott. Had to win their last 2 games just to get to this point. So they are truly forged, in the fires of adversity.
Yeah, I mean,
and look at that second to last game. Whitefish Bay, 1-point win.
Yeah, and Slinger, I think, aren't
state champs last year.
Yeah, and they only lost by 8 points. So, you know, they've played everybody fairly tough all year long. Homestead they had to play. So definitely a tough team, which is why they, you know, the computers ran the numbers, and that's why they're here.
Nicolet is set to kick off, 3:48 to go. I think we're going to see all the tricks out of the playbook get utilized in this drive by the Vikings.
Back in for Holmen, 30 and goal. A short kicking out for the Knights.
Whereas, as we said, we'll maybe try and find a score, but what's looking to be right now, squib kick. Oh, nice. I think that was Bennett Shield falling on that laser. This lead holds for the Knights. They will be playing the winner of Waukesha West and Union Grove.
See if I can't pull up a score here for that game.
And option toss to Alish. Was looking for the sideline. So maybe the Union Grove game not complete yet. Second down and 5. 3:41 to go in the fourth. And toss to Barth, who was tackled by Ashore. Also getting in on the play, Sharif Childs. And folks, you can stay tuned in for the post-game coverage. Pass up the middle to Eichhoff, who was looking for an opening, and Ryland Eichhoff. Gutsy effort. Strays a couple of tackles. Now on the option give. Sorry, Burgett keeps it on the mesh and up. No fumble called on the play. Nicolet coaches wanted the fumble here in the booth. Alish in motion, second down and 3. Forget looking again up the middle for Eichhoff.
Running that slant there.
That'll be third down and short. Looks like Union Grove up 15-10 on Waukesha West. I want to thank our insiders. For that update. And Kane off the toss. I think stayed inbounds on the play.
Yanked down by the jersey there.
We'll move the chains.
So the clock will stop briefly until the chains are set.
Yeah, Holmen is still with 2 timeouts remaining. We'll see if they get utilized. Of course, in this situation, no perfect recipe for when to call those timeouts. The Vikings at least trying to breathe a little life into the comeback at the moment. Barth in a flare out to the left, and Barth slipping just behind the 31-yard line. Alish in motion, a midline triple. Burgett with the pitch to Barth. And to Barth cutting up. Jack Barth inside at the 15 and the 10.
Barth showing his speed there. Able to get to that outside edge, cut it up.
And now 90 seconds remaining. Burgett, maybe a broken play, looking to use his legs now and tackled from behind. Still with 2 timeouts to go. I mean, we'll see if they get utilized. And Burgett on the pitch to Alish, who finds an opening, and A.J. Alish, it jogs into the end zone. Touchdown of Vikings on the 9-yard run by Alish. So 23-12, 57 seconds to go. And then Nicolet, 3 touchdowns. Sorry, not 3 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns and a field goal here in the second half. It's really building on the lead, and Needham looking to make it a 10-point game. It is good. So it'll be 23-13. We'll take a 60-second break and be back here to finish up fourth quarter action on WKTY.
Next Level Exteriors, taking your home's exterior to the next level, installing Class 4 impact-resistant shingles and offering premium siding options to stand the test of time. Check out nextlevelexteriorsllc.com for a free consultation. Next Level Exteriors in Holmen.
Your carpet looks clean, but it's a jungle of spills, pet dander, and allergens. Lappins will turn that jungle back into a carpet. Dirt and grime are no match for their specialized truck-mounted units and the latest technology. Find Lappins online. Clean happens with Lappins.
For any plumbing problems, big or small, La Crosse area homeowners trust Bernie Buckner Inc. Their experienced plumbers are available 24/7 for emergencies and a full range of residential services. Bernie Buckner, the name homeowners trust for reliable plumbing service. When your car's in the shop, it's nerve-wracking. Relax with the techs at Andy's Main Street Auto. For over 50 years, Andy's has been repairing your car from routine maintenance to major repairs. Andy's Main Street Auto, a service station that cares about service.
Welcome back, folks. Fourth quarter action here at WKTY. Vikings with the touchdown. Has to recover 2 onside kicks and obviously score in between that, but got to get this first one here.
Yep, tall order for this Holmen special teams.
And great onside kick, and I think it may have touched the Nicolet player. The big question is, Scott, did it hit a Holmen player first? And it is Nicolet ball, and that will do it, essentially, in this game. And Scott, of course, again, for the Nicolet, the Glendale fans tuned in, we'll do post-game coverage here, but what are the hard parts? And we see this regardless of the side of what's happening here, whether it be in Week 9 or any level in the playoffs. But this is the seniors' last game. We're going to do this regardless of the result. We are going to go through the Holmen seniors real quick, thank them for their contributions, and then we'll do post-game because I think that recovery by the Knights essentially sealed it. So we do want to thank our Viking seniors, Alex Burgett, Elijah Kane, Peyton Peterson, Jack Barth, Colin Williams, Ryland Eichhoff, Avery Smith, A.J. Alish. Sorry, going through a large roster here. Ping-Su Zhang, Aiden Smith, who got one away from your fumble recovery record in the season, Scott, so that lives for another year. Connor Dagner, Tristan Brennan, James Wing, Jager Jepson, and Micah Hertz. And last play of the game. And that will do it, Scott. So players lining up. Nicolet Knights win 23-13 over the Vikings. And we'll take the camera to us as we wrap things up. We'll take a quick look at the scoring summary first. Nicolet getting on the board first in the second quarter off of their off the turnover by the Vikings. 5-yard run by Bogard. But Holmen scoring near the end of the half. The 1-yard run by Williams, a missed extra point. 7-6 going into halftime. Then third quarter, Ashora, 27-yard field goal to make it 10-6. And Nicolet, what a drive by the Knights. I mean, the 35-yard run on 3rd and 27 by McKenna, followed up by the 61-yard run, or 61-yard connection from Bongard to Zutov. And then in that drive, that was essentially the dagger, the 19-yard run by McKenna, who, for him to get into the end zone on a night like this, I think well earned on his part. And then A.J. Alish, that comeback attempt by the Vikings at the end. They fought until the end. A 9-yard run by Alish made it 23-13. That's where we put our final score at. I don't know, we'll get a look at stats here in one moment. I do want to say, we'll talk Nicolet Knights for a moment. I want to say for all of you still tuned in that are Nicolet fans, apologies if I sound a little forlorn right now. We've been following these guys, the senior class, for 3 years. Of course, we do all the Holmen games. So a little sad for Holmen, but you give credit to good football when it's due. And we said all night, this is not a seeding upset by any means. Great experience for Nicolet to come over here and play. The coaches, everyone that I've interacted with from Nicolet has been great. And importantly, the team played great on the field. I mean, this is a 7 seed that could be primed for a long run. They showed it here tonight. I think, aside from that one turnover in the second where they got it at the 5-yard line, that Nicolet outplayed Holmen tonight.
Yeah,
they played a great game. It was executed well.
Tough conference for them. So, and that's how you get better as a team, right? You play tough competition. No matter what sport it is, you're not going to get better, playing weaker opponents. And I think that primed this Nicolet team to make the trip all the way across the state and play against the number 2 seed in Holmen. And it was a tale of two halves. I mean, first half, I think, what did I say? They had about 64 yards of total offense. And they finished the game with 101 yards passing, 152 yards rushing. All of that, Connor McKenna, 159 yards rushing. So much different story in the second half for them. And a well-deserved victory.
Yeah, that's, again, Nicolet fans, thank you all for tuning in here. Great game. Good luck to you guys in the rest of the playoffs. Of course, Nicolet Knights will be playing the winner of the 3-6. They're either traveling to Waukesha West or Union Grove, which not as much time on Highway 9094 for Nicolet fans, which I'm sure they'll be enjoying. So talking about the Holmen Vikings now, Scott, it's going to be a little more personal here because it's the team that we call all year. I think to start off, just that last game feeling, it's the same feeling every year, and it's just not fun. And especially I think this senior class means a lot to us. I mean, we started this 2 years ago. They were sophomores, so kind of some flashes on varsity, and they were part of a team that, losing record, got into the playoffs and throttled by Wanakee in the first round. And then we saw when they became juniors and seniors, they've really started to turn the tide for this Holmen Viking program again. And I think we're going to keep seeing Holmen in the playoff push and hopefully get into that second or third level a little more often. But this group of seniors, it's tough. It's tough to think. Yeah, I am going to miss this group for sure.
It is tough. It's tough for me. My kids are same age. I've been around sports with these kids, ever since T-ball. So, it's a very, very good group of kids out there. A lot of team players, not any individuals. So, this is a tough one to watch. This. Thought that they'd go a little bit further,
and I think that's the part that hurts.
So,
yep.
So yeah,
that's sports, right?
It is.
Ultimately,
there's always a loser.
We also want to give a shout out to senior manager Mara Colombe, who the manager, man, you can't thank them. Look at this group of guys. I mean, they have to put up with a lot throughout the season, and just a thankless job by the manager. So thank you to Mara as well. Just going back to the seniors, it's tough. It's a tough loss, but how many teams get fairy tale endings in this sport, right? Ultimately, there's 8 champions across all divisions, and we hope that all these young men just grow up to be fine people in our life and society, and I think that's what the coaches are preaching. So X's and O's on the field, it's tough, but it's seniors, this 2025 Holmen Viking team, this last 3 years has been a ride, and this year has been a crescendo. Didn't end the way we wanted, but that's sports, and we got to move on and grow from it, and it has been a fun ride. One game does not take away from this at all.
No, and we'll get to see a lot of these guys, throughout the year. We're moving on from one sport to the next, whether it's going to be on the hard court or on the mat. So we'll get to continue to see a lot of these guys and hopefully flourish in their respective sports as the year progresses. So, tough pill to swallow here at home. I'm sure there's higher expectations on everybody's part. So, we'll move on tomorrow, and
sun will come up.
It will.
Well, Scott, I want to thank you, man. It's been a fun year. I know we joke about how I just mess around pregame and all that, but you really do. You do all the work behind the scenes and make things happen. And without you, I would not be doing anything because I don't know if I'd manage this setup. So you make all the magic happen on the production side, make it for you at home. And we want to thank you at home as well for tuning in and supporting us, because without viewers, don't know if we'd be doing this. So thank you all for supporting Holmen football, whatever team you were supporting. We want to thank you for supporting the streaming of high school sports. And, Scott, the man that makes a lot of this happen. Of course, Brian off screen over here also helping spearhead that. We got to thank Grant, our first-year cameraman, doing great in his first year.
And for everybody that's tuned in to watch Holmen football, we'll continue this on through the winter season with boys and girls basketball and boys and girls wrestling. So, we'll try and get those schedules out and cover as much as we can. So, keep watching if you can.
Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to all our sponsors one more time. Thank you to the Holmen football program, because it is, again, been a fun ride. And until next season, signing off one more time for the fall season anyway, for the football season. On behalf of Scott and myself, I'm Teak Fenwick. Have a great night.